So I'm curious, what is the team at OpenAI? What do you all use the products for that you all feel like should be more common out there in the world, that you all sort of just by virtue of being in the center of it all have insight into like popular use cases or popular ways of using it are doing before the rest of us are?
I mean, definitely the most important, we did this before, which is kind of how we knew it would be important. But using it to be more productive at writing code is the single way in which it's most important to OpenAI.
For engineers who maybe haven't made that leap yet, where are the things that you're like, you should just start here?
I mean, I think starting with like the new Copilot is a pretty good way to start and get a feel of it. And then you can try using GPT-4 to ask like more advanced questions.
Yeah. You know, with ChatGPT, you've seen non-engineers start to have an impact. What are the things that you would suggest to, you know, your everyday business owner that they should, you know, might be a good starting spot for them?
I think start with trying to like give tasks to GPT-4 like you would give to like, you know, an intern or a very junior hire in any area, and then see what you can learn and adapt and do on top of that. Generally, I would say that models at their current strength are good at doing tasks, but not jobs. And so if you can break it down into tasks and ask the model to help with each task and subtask, people often find very good results across a wide variety of...
You haven't seen yet that you wish you saw from a startup?
I mean, yes, of course, there's like little products here and there I'd like someone to build, but I am like overflowing with gratitude and amazement at the depth and breadth of what people are doing. It is like quite, I don't think the world is like caught up yet to what people are building with GPT-4.
What's like one of the one or two small ideas
that I'd like to see people build?
Yeah.
Well, this is not a small one, and there are people working on this, but I want a great AI tutor. Like, I want something that can teach me, that can like understand me and my knowledge level on how I learn and teach me anything. That is going to be such an amazing product to have in the world.
Where would you start if you were trying to build that product?
I mean, there's like, that's a great question. I think there's a few ways to do it. I would try to get like really good at one subject for one expertise level. Like I would get really good at teaching like middle school kids math or something.
Yeah, no. I think like, didn't like Khan Academy started like this, right? Where it was just like math specific.
Yeah, they're doing great work here.
Circling back to another topic, what do you feel like is the most underhyped tech API product, whatever, that OpenAI has released that you objectively feel like should just get more attention, that folks just aren't paying attention to?
Honestly, it feels like we have way too much attention on everything. Like we can no longer like, you know, change our website without, it's what a strange time to live through.
What has that been like for, you know, I think that's so different for most startups. Like most startups have way less attention and it gives them freedom to do it. So you feel like you're in a, you know, N of one in some ways for a relatively
Look, it's a high class problem to have, right? Like you'd much rather have this than the opposite, but it is still constraining in a weird way that I think is important to fight against all of the time. You want the company to be able to do things that are like, you know, not a big deal, or that aren't at the sort of like level of the expectations on OpenAI. You want people to be able to like try things and risk and occasionally screw up. And being under the microscope of public attention is, you know, like there's a lot of companies that have the problem much worse. Like compared to like an Apple or something, we have like this tiny speck of attention. But compared to the average startup, we do face more of a constraint there than I think others do. Again, wonderful problem to have, very grateful, but still a problem.